I don't think there is anything wrong with women in today's society chasing money and using niggas. Back in the day, we were taught to be housewives and love and give out all. Women weren't always happy back in the day. They were abused, they were beaten, they were suppressed.
Oh my God.
But okay, I've heard you. Out of the two genders, who is more vulnerable?
Depends what you're talking about.
No,
it depends what you're talking about.
In general,
men, we die more.
In general,
men, we die more.
Emotionally, who is more vulnerable?
Men, we commit suicide more.
Who gives more?
They're not ready for men. Conversations.
So you just ignored every single component of his argument and you're gonna start on this vulnerability bull. All right, guys, y'all looking at the thumbnail, y'all looking at the title of the video, y'all already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Guys, today's video is from Trend Central. I haven't reacted to one of the videos in a while, so let's get in there. Within the confines of this conversation, some really egregious and wild things are said that we need to talk about. Without further ado.
One thing that I keep seeing on social media everywhere now is what women bring to the table.
Facts.
Like, I feel like it's becoming a bit toxic. I don't even understand why men are so pressed about this question now. Like,
Why not? I always say like it's interesting because women kind of pick the best bits of the past to bring to the future. They pick and choose when to be traditional. Oh, well, a man's a provider.
Yes.
In another breath, it's I'm an independent.
I'm a boss
woman.
B.
I'm a
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. So it's like, which one is it? So
yes.
If you are this boss in independent enterprise, why don't you buy your Birkin?
You're a boss, but you don't need to spend your own money. Spending someone else's money is funner.
It's fun now.
Yeah.
For now. It's the same person that's saying for now will come and be trying to look for a rich.
I can earn money, but I don't need to spend my own.
So what are you earning money for?
Just having it for fun, innit? What are you talking about?
Like I like having my own level of independence in
Yeah.
it, but like obviously if you meet someone that will, it's all about how someone compliments your table. When someone says to me, what you're bringing to the table is how I'm going to compliment you, because what Lani brings to the table might be something that might not be what you want,
A headache.
and vice versa with Lucas. So I might bring
But at least Lani will give you 10 bags.
The young lady over here, she's okay with showing up late to dates. She's okay with getting 2-inch nails, irrespective of what guys say they are attracted to or not. Doing probably very well for themselves from a monetary perspective, but also having a ton of debt. They're okay with letting their waistlines go because, you know, we live in a nation of excess. So why would they give me this plate unless I wasn't meant and supposed to be able to eat it? They're okay with making their money, being as independent as what they want to be, but then spending your money. So when men ask, what do you bring to the table? Men are typically not asking that from a financial perspective like the young brother over here was alluding to, but it's, are you even marriageable?
Lani will let you take finance something in her name. And that's a big thing for a lot of men.
what does that person, how does that person compliment you? It's really like, you should really like,
Oh,
as a
no
boss, you
smoke.
should have your own shit. Because I feel like if you don't have your own shit, you're living off people, then you're a bum. So like whether you're female or a guy.
That's
So
not
if
women,
you've got
man,
your
that's
own
rude.
shit, and then you've got, and then you, whatever you then bring to the table should complement vice versa. So any person that, so for me, I'll ask the same question, but for me, it's how this guy could simplify my life, how this man is going, not just financially. And I think that's the only thing that pisses me
Why
off
don't
about,
you simplify your life?
like simplify my
Why
life.
should a man
Why would you want to
simplify your life?
because why would you want someone to complicate your life? Don't make no
I
sense.
didn't say I just.
No.
Okay, simplify my life. Okay, in a sense.
Hold on, sorry. That there that you just did is
Okay.
the problem.
There, that's the problem. When a man has an opinion or have standards or expectations, and then when asked, what are you supposed to complicate our life? That's the bullshit that women do. All the 15 and a half women that watch this channel, that right there, clip it, put it on IG, append it to your story, put it in your notepad. If you have communications with men and you do that right there, you're not marriage material. Because that right there was a feelings-based answer to his simple question. Why do men have to come in and simplify your life? Why are we viewed as expendable, as if it's our duty to just come in and untangle the bull that you have gotten yourself up into? That's how I would have asked the question. But even him asking in a simple way, what do you get back? Malarkey and bull that had nothing to do with his original question. That's the problem right there.
I ask you a very simple question. Why
I'm sorry,
do you
my
need a guy
brother.
to simplify your life?
Okay, I like her response.
I am sorry.
It's about the guy and, you know, how negative we are.
It's not just how people add on financially, because sometimes we just focus on the finances, yeah. But it's mentally, spiritually, how someone, because at the end of the day, money comes and goes.
Yeah.
So if you're with your partner, let's say for example you're a businessman, yeah, and whilst I'm with you, all I'm doing is shopping. I'm not. Let's say for example you haven't actually taken your time to also teach me about your business, because if something goes down, let's say for example you have a car accident or anything, like, who's holding it down for the family? Do you get what I mean? So for me, like, it's a vice versa thing, isn't it? So it's like, you have to be mentally and spiritually compatible with me, innit?
Regardless of what her answer is, most women leave marriages. Most women leave relationships. And one of the major reasons is from a financial perspective. So we can continue to talk about this and beat around the bush and not be clear and be passive with our answers, or, give answers that you think people want us to hear, until we are blue in the face. It doesn't take away from that if you found me in a certain position of life, and if I lose that position of life, or if I'm not amounting up to some expectation that she has now created, or the echo chamber has deemed her that she is worthy of, then women will leave more often than not. The numbers show that.
In the normal world, just in the real world, that's what everyone looks for. But, it's so interesting you said this, like, well, if you got a business, teach me about your business. And that's what everyone talks about. Teach me. I went on Hinge and girls are like, I want guys who have financial freedom, who can teach me about stocks. Shut up. Shut the hell up. Why do you want me to? Shut up, furthermore, yeah? How about he's just a fucking plumber?
Why?
How about that?
Why?
How about he just works?
No.
Talk to him.
I met so many girls, yeah. I remember one girl, she goes, I like fine dining and I like...
What's wrong with that?
Excuse me, I will tell you why. I was like, what do you try? I like fine dining. What do you do? You work part-time in Tesco. Shut the like...
Can I speak?
No, when I'm done. because,
Let the man finish.
What car do you drive? What car do you drive?
You
No,
could have
no, excuse me. This is the problem here.
Look
The
at the
problem
vim.
is, look, Lani, you get money. Regardless of what these people might think, you get money. You do your thing. You've been in a position
I don't
where...
want to be cheated on.
Okay, you get money, but my point is, yeah...
Pay
you're
attention.
in a position. So
She's damaged.
Someone like you, regardless... Okay, let me just break it down real, yeah? Your online persona, you've got the ZZ Mill syndrome. Your online persona precedes you, and some people will now think lesser of you because of the way you speak online and stuff. But what they don't understand is that you lot are actually hustlers, that you lot get your money, you lot do your thing. That in itself allows you to... your asking price, what you actually want...
I disagree.
I was going to say that.
You can actually match to a degree if you
No.
take away your online persona. As a woman and what you do for yourself, you can actually make certain demands and someone can't really question you.
No. Well, it's true if she goes after a young man that's been indoctrinated into the society, right? And he's in his blue pill mindset, then yes, that actually does make sense if he's that type of man. But there's a new man that's coming up that will not ever deal with the bullshit, the damage and the hurt that will come from that Lani young lady.
There's a lot of girls who all they do is make the demands. Let's just simplify it. A lot of people
Correct.
have CV for McDonald's, but they're applying for city jobs. Why?
No, but
You're not gonna get...
Can I explain? No, because you guys are forgetting something.
Okay.
Sorry. A man's currency is his money and his finances.
Currency is money, full stop. But
Okay,
please
but a
continue.
man's currency in the dating pool is his money, his height, things of that nature. Do you understand?
Your
A
height,
woman's
something that is
currency.
useless.
This is not. I didn't make the rules, so I
Yeah.
don't want anyone to shoot me. This is just facts.
What's he gonna help you do? Pick apple.
A woman's currency. I'm not. And by the way, I'm not talking about for everybody.
A woman's currency is
Let her talk, though. Let her
A woman's
talk.
currency, not in every situation, but can be her
Generally
looks.
speaking, yeah.
If a woman is leng, she can work in Tesco's. We know this. So why?
Leng?
So she can exactly. So she can go on fucking and say I want A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Yeah, you
The
can.
reason I work is a
Yeah, but should
choice,
just
by
be
the way.
butt.
I don't have to because I could go marry some uncle and get looked after. However, in my past experience when I was younger, I used to only date. It was a very bad phase. Don't do what
Please,
I did.
go on.
I used to
Us.
date footballers. I used to date rappers.
Which
oh
one?
My
What
God.
league? What league? What division were they?
Premier League. Listen, I haven't even. Let me not. Let me not give you.
No, name drop. Let's go, baby.
Name drop Lani.
Let's give that other guy a rest now.
I'm right again.
Let's move on to the footballers now. Go on.
I just can't. I can't.
Let me translate for you guys. She said she used to date footballers and no. You used to get the viscous innards completely disheveled by footballers and whatever sports athletes that you just talked about right there. Your responses are based out of the pain that you have suffered because you got your back rearranged by these athletic young men that you were probably into, but you just didn't understand that they were running game on you. Modern women today, so far, confuse their dating options with their marriage or relationship options. And if they don't figure it out and they go through their 20s getting used and abused, then this can be their particular response. A low-level respect for men.
But we actually are encouraging women to exchange themselves for financial gain.
But it's both men and females that are doing that as well. Because I'll tell you this, yeah.
Amen.
There's a lot of great, good women out there, yeah, that got, the education done, good jobs, they, you know what I mean, whole package in that sense, in terms of what men would stereotypically would want in a wife, yeah? But sometimes playing this good girl role, sometimes, and let's say, for example, you're seeing certain girls on social media moving mad, yeah? But they're getting, the holidays, they're getting the free this and free that, and you're there loyal, you're there, really hustling
That
and
used
doing
to be
more.
me.
Me personally, I don't want to change the essence of who I am because of how others are now, relaying and doing whatever they're doing. Because I think the hardest thing in this world to do, period, is not to change the essence of who you are, because it's very easy for you to have a cold heart, like this cold. Exactly.
But
So that
everyone's
comes from
using
a place.
everyone.
But you're coming, but babe, Lani, you're coming from a place of pain. The
Facts.
reason why you felt like you had to change and become the person that you've become is because that's how
feel like
you're
you've been
protecting
used, yeah.
yourself.
Someone hurt her.
But it's not who you are, so it's a facade.
Yes.
Because
But
the
don't get
reason
hurt
why,
again.
exactly. So you put on this character, this mask, this fast. I'm a bad. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get the mud because you feel that. Because at the end of the day, you guys ain't gonna get close to this.
You identify with a lot of hurt, right? You know that you've been through a lot of hurt, but you still don't accept the fact that you have this mask up. You want
know I
love
have
more
a
than
mask
anybody
up.
in this room.
I
But
I
you
know
actually
I'm
act like as if you're the baddest bitch. Yeah, it's part of your
Yeah,
personality.
but I was listen.
But
I was suicidal, so I'm not going back there. No, you guys,
hear what we're saying.
No,
What
see,
does it-
no, because I kind of, you guys are saying like women, the essence. What's the essence? Back in the day, women used to chase love
What
and
do you
marriage
want,
and husbands.
Lani? What do you
But
want?
No,
What do you
back
want?
in the day, no.
What do you
I'm
want?
trying to get to the point.
What do you
I
want?
don't
That
think
is the point.
Let me land. I don't think there is anything wrong with women in today's society chasing money and using niggas. Because back in the day,
There's everything wrong with it.
in my opinion, there isn't. Because back in the day,
You
we
just
were
said the
taught-
word using.
Back in the day, we were taught to be housewives and love and give out all. Women weren't always happy back in the day. They were abused, they were beaten, they were suppressed.
Oh my God.
But this is the problem.
Oh my God. So the young man asks you, what do you want? But instead of doing that, you deflect to a time period that you never even grew up in, that has nothing to do with you as an individual person. So this is way more sinister than what it actually appears on the surface, because this is a young lady that through her hurt has found a space where she feels comfortable in, and she's unwilling to release it at all, and will go as far as to bringing up historical events of people that she never even knew in order to substantiate life for herself today. Oh, this goes deep. you need the best therapist that has ever therapied. Okay, let's keep going.
This is my problem. Toxic men. There's toxic men that exist.
There's a lot of
Toxic
them.
men. Exactly. But then what women are trying to do is compete
Yeah.
with those toxic men.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
How far are you gonna get chasing money, which is something that we shouldn't even talk about? It should be an innate thing to want to do. It's what you need to
I'm
live.
okay with not settling
We need
down.
to get dough. Now, my thing is, where does the need to get dough, the need to get the finer things in life, cross over to using people, cross over to
Right.
being so emotionally detached that you don't actually understand what you're creating with the offspring you're bringing into this world? You think these 13, 11, 10-year-olds are just fucking for no reason?
Okay, but
You
it's
think
only
that they don't have
certain
sex for no reason?
It's only certain
You've got
niggas
bare
that need
kids
to be
raising
used.
kids
It's only
that
certain
comes
niggas
out
that
of
need
her.
to. It's only certain that need to be used. I don't
Lani,
think-
Lani,
I
can
don't
I-
think
Again,
every
certain niggas that need to be at that.
Yeah, the ones that are the ones that are
Like-
players.
Lani.
So then
Big money boys.
you're not
Oh,
Big
she's
money boys.
destroyed.
Big money boys. Big money boys.
Girl.
Listen, there's certain niggas that you meet. They've got bare girl. You know they've got bare girl. They've got a wife at home.
Worry about
Listen,
yourself, blood.
listen.
New
You
track
know-
by Lani,
listen,
Big Money
you guys,
Boys.
About yourself.
You guys are getting
Bare
twisted.
excuses.
You guys, it's not an excuse.
Bare.
It's definitely not an excuse.
Who's you guys?
They're
Bare.
different.
No, it's an excuse. It's an excuse because now you're coming up with a subset of men that you say that can be used. Why are you using people? Why are you even involving yourself with men that you think that are toxic and you need revenge exacted upon them? It's because you're damaged. It's because someone hurt you, and the hurt that you felt within your past, you're trying to then put it on this now new substrate of men, even though you said before. Now, because your argument is turning into you being labeled as a terrible human being, now you're saying, well, I do terrible things to terrible people. How about not? How about you just do awesome things with awesome people? How about that? But see, that's not how the healed portion of society thinks about things. That's not how the trolls on the internet think. That's not the portion of the internet that I look at that talks about men from this completely negative perspective. That's not how people like that think, because they're tortured souls, and tortured souls respond better to torturing other people. Awesome people don't spend time wasting their time on tortured souls. They focus on awesome shit.
You'll be approached by a man who's got, he's got a wife and kids, or he's got a girlfriend, but he wants to chat to you. Those are the type of that's the type of girls use. Don't make it seem like girls
so
wanna
walk
use
away.
Guys.
Everybody wants the top spec in life for the most part. So women have always looked for the best they can get. There's a lot of people that have always tried to partner up their daughters and their children to make power.
Yeah.
And even the parents
I
were
agree.
part of it. So there's actually nothing wrong with women desiring rich men or men with money and providers. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't disagree with it. What I disagree with is in a society, in a culture where women are doing well for themselves, women are making money. I'm seeing young girls make money. There's still the emphasis that, the guy must be da-da-da. We don't live in a world where a man can pay for a mortgage by himself in London anymore.
It's difficult,
Generally
100%.
speaking, we don't live in that world where a
Definitely.
man, truly where the man is the breadwinner. Yes, we can live in a world where a man comes home with 2 bags or something a month and he can provide for the child, but he will just get by. You will not live the life you want. So But even the comment you made at the beginning when you was like, what's fun in making money if you have to spend it? Women are encouraged, make money, don't spend your spend a man.
Listen.
So men are put under more pressure. Men are put under, I'm fighting for my brothers today.
Yeah.
Men are put under more pressure to get money, to give women.
I've heard
The more that I talk to and about these modern women today, the more that it feels like I'm talking to a toddler. Like a little baby, a little child that just doesn't understand the world and lives out in their own reality. You got to stop them from running in the cars and shit like that. You got to stop them from putting their hand on the stove. You got to stop them from little meaningless things in order to prevent their death. There's so many modern women that carry themselves like a modern woman, but then also require this traditional thing in a modern society. Listen, you guys got to pick because you cannot have it all.
out of the two genders, who is more vulnerable?
Depends what you're talking about.
No,
it depends what you're talking about.
In general,
Men, we die more.
In general,
Men, we die more.
Emotionally, who is more vulnerable?
Men, we commit suicide more.
Who gives more?
They're not ready for
Men.
this conversation.
From a physical perspective, women are way more vulnerable than men. But when it comes to an emotional perspective, men are just as vulnerable. Let's keep it a stack. There's a lot of men that don't talk about the hurt and the pain that they go through, and they carry this world on their entire backs. I got a young brother in my Discord server that recently came out with a video on his, small YouTube channel that talked about him being homeless. Him being homeless for several months. He's in my Discord server. I didn't even know. I contacted him immediately to find out how I can be of service and of help to him. And his response back to me was specific to him just buckling down and understanding the task at hand and just going forth with it and just accomplishing, based off of the things that are taught within my server and like all these different things like that. It's a lot that are going through emotional pain and or suffering from a life perspective as well as a relationship perspective. So for you to try to over encumber his logic with the bullshit that you just tried right there shows that you have so much more to go. Guys, I can't do this video anymore. It's exhausting. I'll leave a link to it down in the description box down below. So feel free to go up there and to look at the rest of it. It's not even halfway done. So go up there and have a good time entering the toxicity within your life. But I've had enough. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Last but not least, as I mentioned a second ago, I do have a Patreon connected into my Discord server. If you're interested in being around a community of dope people, dudes helping dudes, women helping women, men helping women, y'all already know where to find me. Link down in the description box down below. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.